welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be something that I have done before. This is just going to be a regular good old reading vlog for the week because there are some very exciting books coming out this week and I did not know how to incorporate them into different videos, and I really wanted to read them now that they're coming out now, and so I have decided to do a regular good old reading vlog where I will be just showing you what I read for the week. I'm not going to be rushing myself through anything. I'm not going to be picking up stuff just for the sake of this video for me to have multiple books at the end for the wrap up. I'm just going to read what I want to read, which happen to be some very exciting books, and I am so excited about this because I have been waiting for these books for a very long time. These are some of my most anticipated reads of the year, as I've already made a video literally 2 weeks ago, a week ago, of me reading my most anticipated reads. I didn't want to add these books into it because I felt like that video was long enough on its own, but these are some actually very exciting books that I'm so very excited to read. So this is what we're going to be doing this week. We're just going to be reading at the pace that I want, at the mood that I want, which happened to be some romantasy and some romance and just some very fun books. So I don't know what this week is going to bring, but without further rambling, let's get on with it and see what it does bring, because I'm very excited for these books, guys. You have no idea. The first book we're going to be picking up is a novel love story by Ashley Poston, and if you watched my I read my favorite booktubers 5-star reads video, then you would know that I read the 7-Year Slip in that video and I absolutely adored it, that book was also by Ashley Poston, and ever since then I said that she would become an auto-buy author for me. And so when I found out that this book was coming out this year, and so recently too, I immediately went to my Target and I picked it up, and I'm so excited because apparently this one is about a girl who is stuck in a book. Yeah, so I don't know, but all I know is that I absolutely adore Ashley Poston and I love her writing, and I'm so excited because I absolutely adored the 7-Year Slip and I annotated it and I really adored it to the point where I almost cried at the end. I don't know how much I'm going to read today because today is Sunday. I usually don't read on the weekends. It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna start reading this one and I'll probably annotate it with only a pen. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole tabbing situation because I'm too lazy and I am not in the mood, and it usually takes me a lot longer to finish a book if I read it that way, so I'm not gonna do that. But I am going to have a pen with me just in case there are any lines I want to underline. I cannot wait to have this book in my brain because the idea of a person getting stuck in their favorite book is crazy to me. Hopefully I love it because if I don't love it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. But I have very high hopes going into it just because of the 7-Year Slip. So wish me luck. I will see you with any updates. Let's get started. A novel love story, and I am now 40-something% in. I am on page 159 out of 357. I will definitely be able to finish this tomorrow. I didn't finish it today because I really wasn't in the mood to read, and so I read yesterday. I read like 45 pages yesterday, and then I read the other 100-something pages today because I have not been in the mood to read. I think reading That Sick Love on my iPad, wow, this tassel is so fun to play with. I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed the 7-Year Slip.
because by page like 100 something in the 7 Year Slip, I was already down horrendous, and I was already so in love with the characters, so in love with the world and the writing. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying this, because the writing in this book is absolutely beautiful. There are some lines in here that Ashley Poston wrote that I'm like, oh my God, the woman knows how to write a book. She knows how to write a line. I have annotated some. Eileen is that girl. She is me for real. I relate to her so much because I feel like whatever she's going through in this book, I'm going through myself as well, which I now realize that if you have read this book or if you are reading this book, then you know what I'm going through, which, is kind of like putting myself out there. But I think that's why I'm enjoying this book so much, is because I relate to Eileen so much and what she's going through and what she's thinking and what she's fearing that's going to happen in her life. And I feel like me and her, we are on the same path. I understand what she's feeling, and I understand why she feels like the way that she feels. It's written very, very well. Ashley Poston, the woman that she is, with the way that she is able to craft some lines and some stories and some like just romance, like she really gets you. And just like Emily Henry, this book and Ashley Poston's works in general aren't just romance. They are more like women's fiction, because the woman has, or the main character has, more of a life outside of the romance that you're reading about. And so that makes it even more relatable. And there are so many dynamic characters and so much diversity. And I am really, really enjoying myself with this book. And I'm definitely going to finish this tomorrow. Imagine waking up one day and I'm in the Mortal Instruments or the Akatar verse. Like, the hell do I do? I wake up and I just see Reese and Feyre. Nesta? Are you kidding me? I would pass out. Tomorrow, actually, the second book in the Powerless trilogy comes out. I believe it's a trilogy, and so I'm going to go pick that up, and that will probably be the next book that we read in this video. But for right now, this is amazing. I'm loving it, and I am so excited to see where the story goes, because I feel like we're still kind of barely picking up and we're halfway through the book. So it's a little bit slow, but I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still really, really having a good time with it. Today is Tuesday, and I have officially finished A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston, and I give this one a very happy 5 stars. I do see a lot of people are comparing it to The 7 Year Slip, which is to be expected, because The 7 Year Slip was the book that came out before this one from the same author. I also made the very same mistake of comparing it to The 7 Year Slip when I first picked this book up, and I was like, I don't know if I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed The 7 Year Slip. But in my defense, and in Ashley Poston's defense coming from me, I feel like we can't really go into every book expecting it to be as good as or as incredible as The 7 Year Slip was, because this one is beautiful in its own way. I felt like this one was very, very good. It stood on its own very perfectly. I didn't feel like I was not liking it. I know I was a little bit iffy about it in the beginning. In the first 100 pages, I was like, I don't know if I'm liking this one that much for me to continue on reading it, but it very much picked up from the last time I updated you, and I really enjoyed my time with it, to the point where I think I'm going to be thinking about this book for a very long time. It kind of feels like it's a love story to romance novels, which is so beautiful in its own way and so beautiful and so heartfelt and so heartwarming. And it felt like Ashley was making a commentary on how loved romance novels are and how they should be that loved, because there is a big market for them. This felt like a love story to books. It felt like a love story to comfort books and romance novels and novels in general. And I thought it was so beautifully done. I adored the romance that was in this book. I feel like these people are my friends now, and it feels so difficult to step away from this book and be done with it, because I feel like I got so attached to the story in the last half of it. In the last 60% of it, I felt so attached to the characters and so attached to the story itself that I feel like I'm going to be missing it now that I've finished it, and I wish I could pick it up again, because I feel like there's so much more that I could pick up on now if I go through and read it a second time. I really, really enjoyed this one. I did end up giving it 5 stars, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I have so many annotations in here that I just ended up underlining, because there's some lines in here that are just so beautiful. Definitely recommend it. I definitely say you should go into every book with a blank slate. Ignore everybody else's commentary, everybody else's opinions, because yours is the only one that matters. And while I did see a lot of people were kind of disappointed with this one, I loved it, gave it 5 stars. Will definitely be thinking about it for a very long time, just because of how much I feel towards it. Now we're gonna move into the next book, which I am so freaking excited for. Let's go. Filmed anything because actually I am sick. I did not know that I was sick. Yesterday I felt a little bit off and I didn't really feel like my full self, and I started feeling my throat kind of swell up towards nighttime, and then I woke up this morning and I was absolutely a goner. My throat is killing me. I can barely talk, and so that for that reason I haven't really filmed a lot of talking clips, and if I'm talking a little bit slower and my energy is a little bit lacking, that's why. I am so sorry that I don't have enough energy to be screaming about this the way that I want to, because boy do I want to. I really want to scream about this book. I love this book. It feels so good to be back in this world. I am so happy to be back here. I am so happy to be reading it. I feel like it's smaller, because when I first got it, it felt like it was a lot thinner. This one is 370 something pages, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Powerless was a lot more. I think Powerless, maybe it was 400 something pages. I'm not sure, I don't remember. Basically just follow Kai and Peyton after what happens in the first book. I can't really say much about it because I don't want to spoil it for you, and also I can't really talk as much because my throat hurts. It feels so good to be back in this world, and I'm gonna be so sad when I run out of books in this universe, and I'm so excited for the 3rd book to come out. I am waiting on it hand and foot. I know she's probably gonna end this one on a cliffhanger. I love Kai and I love Peyton, and I love the way that the story is written, and there are so many scenes that I just found myself giggling and screaming about because they're just so well done. And yeah, I'm really, really happy to be back in this world. I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I will update you probably after I'm finished with reading for today, or possibly later tonight. We'll see. I did read a little bit more, as you guys saw yesterday, of Reckless after I filmed the update, and I am now on page exactly 251. I have this much left. I think this book's 370 something. I'm going to finish this today. I'm really sad about that because I have been waiting for this book since I read Powerless like 4 months ago at this point, which we just got the confirmation of what the next book in the series is going to be called, or in the trilogy, I guess, and it's going to be called Fearless, which I'm so excited for. That was the first thing that I saw on my Instagram this morning, on my Instagram feed when I woke up, and I screamed. I am so excited for Fearless. It's coming out apparently April 2025, so that's not that far away. I say that and then I think about it and it's literally almost close to a year, but not, which is great. I'm going to pick this up and finish it, and then I will come back to you with a rating and my thoughts and opinions and comments, concerns, questions. See you in a bit. I'm so upset. I am so upset. It is actually very hard for me to not be screaming right now because I really want to, but my throat hurts really bad. I just finished Reckless. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What is this? This is not what I signed up for. The last 100 pages that I had after I updated you last time, completely off the rails. I don't know what the hell happened there. So much stuff happened. The ending, I knew it was coming, and yet I wished it hadn't. Because why? Why are we doing all of this? I need the third book right this second. I need the third book. I need it. I will not elaborate. I gave this 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. There are so many lines in here that I have underlined, like, every other page has a line that I absolutely lost my mind over. Kai, the man that he is. Peyton, the woman that she is. Lauren, the woman that you are for writing a book this beautiful. And I need the third book right now. Thank you so much. Please give me the first draft. I don't care. I want it. Hand it. Right here. I definitely recommend. I am a little upset that this one is a lot shorter than Powerless, at least it feels that way. But I am still so very happy that I got the chance to read this because this has been on my most anticipated reads of the entire year. I'm so glad I finally have it in my hands. I have my own copy. It is annotated inside and I love her. And this series is absolutely one of my favorites of all time. It's become one of my favorites of all time very quickly from the first book. And then we had the novella and now we have this one. And I am so excited for the third one. Please, the sooner April of 2025 can come, the better. Yeah, I absolutely adored it. The things that that woman did with my heart, she pulled it out of my chest and put it back, and then pulled it out of my chest and stomped on it and put it back, and then a bunch of stuff happened that way where my heart did not come out alive out of this. So you should read it. 100% you should read it. Please give it a try, because if you haven't yet, I don't know where have you been. 5 stars, love her and adore her, and I will never ever be over the ending scene because we were so close. We were so close. And then it was ripped right out of my hands. So because today is Thursday and I plan to do this video through Friday, because this video has to go up on Saturday, I only have time to read one more book, and that book is going to be The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, which are a duo that I absolutely adore, The Unhoneymooners by this duo. I ate it up and I still think about it to this day. These books, by Christina Lauren are some of the most fun, some of the most entertaining books that I have ever read. I've read a lot of works by Christina Lauren. I enjoy mostly every single book that I've read by Christina Lauren. And so when I found out that this book was coming out this year, I absolutely had to go pick it up, and I've waited for it in the library for a very long time. I don't know much about this book, but all I know is that it's basically about this couple who end up going to paradise, hence the paradise problem. Don't know much about it, haven't read anything about it, haven't heard anything about it. All I knew was it was Christina Lauren and that I wanted to read it. So this is the book that we're going to be ending this week with. Wish me luck. This will probably read very quickly for me because I always read Christina Lauren novels very, very quickly. So this will probably be finished by tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'm so excited. So let's get started so I can finally, you know, like recover from the pain that this brought me, because my God, did this bring me so much pain. Have officially started The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, and when I said that I will be reading it very quickly, I meant it, because I have been reading all day pretty much, and I'm on page 205 out of 300 something, 340 pages. So I have a little over 100 pages left. I am really, really enjoying this book. This story is basically about this girl and this guy who get married when they're in college for like housing, for a housing situation, and then they get divorced when he moves out, and then he comes back to her saying that he needs her to go to his sister's wedding with him because he's still telling his family that they're married, and he needs to continue to pretend to be married to her so he can have his trust fund, because in the will of his grandpa, I guess, he's not able to have the money for the trust fund for his inheritance if he doesn't stay married for 5 years. And now that his sister's wedding is happening, he thinks it's the perfect time because him and his fake wife are about to reach their 5-year anniversary, and so they go to this paradise island for this wedding, hence why it's called the Paradise Problem, and they have to pretend to be fake married for this entire wedding, because like a month after they get off of this wedding, their 5-year anniversary. I am really, really enjoying my time with this one. I think Christina Lauren has the best way of writing these types of books because they're so entertaining to read and so quick to get through. I read them without any issues. I read them without having to like think too much or without having to worry about what I'm reading, because it feels like you're kind of watching a rom-com. The only thing that I will say about it, it's very millennial when it comes to the sense of humor that's in here. Like she refers to his, you know, by saying the word goddamn, which I'm like, you know, like the millennial humor is too much for me sometimes, to where I kind of cringe about it, which I'm not gonna lie, it does happen. Like I still am enjoying the story to the point where I'm able to look past the millennial humor and to continue to enjoy the story because it's really entertaining or really fun. And I really like the chemistry between the two characters. I really like the setting of this book. I like how the characters are getting to know each other and their chemistry flows really well from the very beginning, from when they're pretending to be married before his family even knew about it. Their chemistry was really, really strong because this book starts off after their divorce, after he's moving out from the student housing, from the family housing. And so even then, you still be like, oh, they have chemistry together. I really am enjoying my time with this book. I like the way Christina Lauren like paint a scene and the way that they're able to create something so fun to read about. And it literally feels like I'm watching like Crazy Rich Asians or like another fun rom-com that is taking all of my attention, like Anyone But You or something like that. Loving my time with this book, and I will see you tomorrow for probably the wrap up, because I will probably finish this when I'm at work. So see you tomorrow. So today's Friday. I did finish The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, and I ended up giving this one 4.25 stars. I really enjoyed my time with this book. It was really fun, but I think the fact that I was sick and also not in the mood to read kind of took it down, maybe 0.25 stars, because it was really fun to read. The only thing that I really didn't like about it is because of the fact that it was mostly millennial humor. Like, the words in here, there's literally the word LOL written in here, and non-ironically as well. So I just found that a little bit weird. It was pretty highly rated. I mean, 4.25 stars is not bad. If you're looking for a fun rom-com-y book that will help you pass the time and help you get to your reading goal faster, then I think this one is a good contender. The spice was really fun. The characters were really fun. I think especially the main girl character was really entertaining to read and to be in her head, because she's just so bright and peppy and happy, and so that was fun, and I really enjoyed reading it, and I'm glad I picked it up, even though I waited for like 500 people to have it before me at the library. So yeah, 4.25 stars. We have my obvious 5 stars of this video, which I absolutely adored, loved it, definitely recommend it. And then let's not forget the one that started off this video, which I absolutely adored, Ashley Poston, The Woman That You Are. She will always and forever be one of my favorite authors of all time. I think she is pretty much up there at Emily Henry level for me, because the past 2 books that I've read by her have been absolute bangers, and I absolutely adored them, loved them. I don't think I will ever find the way that I feel about Ashley Poston and Emily Henry's works in other books, because they're just so them. It's like a feeling that I only have whenever I read their novels. And so yeah, I adored it, loved it, 5 stars, definitely recommend it, and I definitely absolutely recommend this trilogy if you haven't read it yet. I don't know, where have you been? And I absolutely also recommend this if you're looking for a fun summer romance that's set in an island that will pretty much get you going. So yeah, these are the 3 that I've read this week. I absolutely had the best time reading. I read the best books. These are some of my most anticipated reads of the year as well. So it just happened that this week was coincided with me getting all 3 of them at once. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these and what your thoughts and opinions about them are. Let me know if you liked them, if you didn't like them, if you've read this one and thought about it the way other people are thinking, or if you absolutely adored this one the way that I did. Talk to me about the ending if you've read this book, because I'm still not over it. I'm still in mourning. But yeah, that is it for this video. I had the best time. I'm sorry I'm a little bit lacking on the energy. It's just because I'm sick, but I absolutely had the best time reading this week, and I will always remember this week as the week that I absolutely read the best books that I've read this entire year, some of the best books that I've read this entire year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what your thoughts and opinions were about any of these books if you've read them, or thoughts and opinions about this video. If you'd like me to do more of these types of videos, let me know. I hope you have the best day ever. Treat yourself to something nice, and I'll see you guys again next week with another video where I'm hopefully not sick. Goodbye.